This is what we've been waiting for, folks. This is the game of the week, and the anticipation, the energy have been building. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Rice Owls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He finds his man. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Tackle is made at
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Launching it downfield. Pass caught. Can he get in?
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Looking for a gap. It's Armstrong. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, they gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Looks to the left, pass caught. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a 1st down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Powerful running here. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a 1st down.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Back to throw again. Makes a quick catch. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Second down, we're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
They're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. Fourth down and 7. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for.
Memphis 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a first and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Second down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. And he knocks it right through.
The extra point is good. That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to advance on the football.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone.
We'll take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Owls offense back out there. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he slings this pass over the middle. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looks like he's going to run it. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure.
Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage, and let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27th. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
First down here for this offense. Give it to the back again. And tackled after a small pickup there. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's good. And they jump back in front.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He's escaping the pocket now. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him down out near the 40.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Keeping it on the ground here. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. And the Rice offense is out there again. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Bringing pressure. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looking to throw it deep. Catch made down inside the 20. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. You've seen you're able to make the stop after a short gain. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Drop 1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football. Perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Launching one to the end zone. Ninth play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd down and goal. Send the back in motion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
No problem. Knocks it right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settled for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Even on the first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
It moves to second down.
Here's the second down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this pass is on target, caught. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's hit as he throws it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. That's a design quarterback keeper. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 56 yards away, never in doubt. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Third begins inside the 25-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they start the drive. Here comes the Tigers offense back out there. On On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. The gain is good enough for a 1st down near the 38.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. Will take the lead in the 2nd half.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes it a 5-point game.
That makes the score Memphis 21, Rice.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Rice offense on the field now. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He makes the grab. He stopped it at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
This offense is rolling at the moment. It's 1st down and 10. Ball handed off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Here comes the up-tempo offense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. On the run here. Lets it go. And this time it's complete. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down, but boy, he gave him a chance.
Can they keep this drive going? It's fourth down and 6. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to extend the play. He's got it right near the end zone. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
The offense will set up now for the 2-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. And he doesn't make it. The defense stops him. It's still a 1-point game.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded up near the 25. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's going to take off here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
And he's got it. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
Man, it is awfully tough on a defense when a quarterback's able to move outside of the pocket and still keep his eyes downfield looking for those open targets. You don't know whether to attack him and try to bring him down or to stay back and defend the pass.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. They're going to run it here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And they pick up the first down, tackled at the 25. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught quickly. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the Rice, 22. Memphis, 21.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Receiver in motion now. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. And he pulls in the catch.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one. And now they're in business.
1st and goal. Any points will give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Tackled there by the defense.
As they get stopped here on 2nd down, it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Handoff from the shotgun. And he shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris, and at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
He knocks this one right through. And with that, they retake the lead.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He steps out at the 20, tried to make something happen, but cost the offense 5 yards in field position. Here comes the Owls offense back out there. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. 1st play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Here comes the shovel pass. Tackled right at the...
Third down.
To move the sticks.
Well, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught near the goal line. First and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Crick, you don't have to be that creative, do you? The running back simply cannot be stopped. It's another touchdown for him.
Chris, he's scoring all these touchdowns, but it's really as much about the offensive line as it is anything. How about the holes that he's running through right now to give him a chance to get out into space to show you what he can do as a back? But he'll be the first one to tell you, I'm sure, after the game, the job this offensive line did.
Now they'll try to add on the PAT late in this game. Extra point up and good. That's big. Makes it a 2-score game with time running out.
That makes the score Memphis 31, Rice 22.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Rice offense is out there again. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Deep shot caught inside the 25. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
PAT is good. They still trail though. I believe they can line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. crucial possession here. Suddenly, this is a 2-point game in the final quarter. What can the offense do to build on this lead or just play keep away? And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Memphis.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.